Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and in my last video, and I'll put a link to it, I flew out over the Queen Creek no man's land, and Queen Creek is always dry except in the time when it's flood season and stuff like that. Anyway, I saw these mounds of dirt, and it looked like they were doing some kind of excavation. So today I'm going to go park in a spot where I can get a good look at it and stay close to the ground. It looks like they're diverting the channel. So anyway, as I'm going along here, it's pretty rough. It's ruddy, and then people are sprinkling their lawn, over sprinkling it, and that makes mud come out, like right here. And I just almost lost my bike, lost my balance. So anyway, I had to stop and kind of gather my thoughts. But so from now on, I'm not going where there's mud. Now, we're headed north here, and then there's a 90-degree, another canal 90 degrees to the one we were following. And this is the one along which I crashed my bike and dislocated my shoulder and had to ride home with a dislocated shoulder. And there I just went over a bunch of bumps. So anyway, we'll take off down here. And now I flew about 85 to 100 feet above the ground. So I got a good close look at everything that was going on. And I've shot from here before with my drones, just haven't done it lately. And I'm not real happy with the autofocus in the Air 2S. I thought we had it fixed, and as you can see, it's not focusing on anything. So I think I'll use the touch the screen thing from now on and make sure I get focused on what I need. It's going to come in here in just a second, but it's kind of disappointing that it doesn't work like it's supposed to. There, now it's there. All right, now you can see there's a mound of dirt. And in the house developments that they're building around here, whenever they have more dirt than they need, they come along with their they go scrape it with the earth mover, and then they begin a pile of dirt here, like you see here, and so we see that quite a bit when we're looking at the construction sites. So that big of a pile tells us that somewhere they're digging a deep hole. Of course, we saw that in the last video. Queen Creek is one of my most I'm really interested in it for some reason, but it's dry most of the time. But I've got videos of when it was full and just running full of water. So if you just do a quick search in my channel for Queen Creek, and you'll see some of those videos. And the Queen Creek, as you look up there straight ahead, there's 4 dots below that level line up there. That's where the water rushes through beneath another canal, and then it comes down that little channel and comes out. We're looking at it right now in the center of the screen, and before they dug the hole, it just kept going straight, and we'll see that pretty soon. But what they've done is they've dug a big hole here. And when next time the water comes down, it'll go in here and it'll fill this hole up. And that's like flood control. And so, and by the way, I love the prairie. And as you see, look out over there. I think it's beautiful. Not everybody does, but I do. I grew up over in Seattle, Washington, where you couldn't see very far because of so many trees. So anyway, there's where the creek went right there. You can see it, the gravel at the bottom of the creek. Now it's going out of sight. And we'll follow it here in this video pretty soon. But I wanted to tell you a story, too. I promised I would tell a story about Volunteer Park. In Seattle, where I grew up, or a lot of my life was spent there, we lived on Capitol Hill. And Volunteer Park was at the top of the Capitol Hill area, and they had a big, huge water tank there, and but they had surrounded the water tank with a brick building, and it was kind of cool because, and back in those days, it was all open. You could go in there, and they had a circular ladder, a circular staircase that went around the outside of the water tank, and they had, and as you can see, there's some power lines here. I noticed the shadow, and I thought, where's the power line at? But anyway, so back to the story. So we used to go there, and then you hike up the staircase. When you got to the top, it was level across the top of the tank, and you could look out the window. They had big windows, and then you could see it was a beautiful sight looking down on Seattle, Washington. So that was the main reason for the park being there. But now what coming around again here now, that's stuff just going out of view on the right. That's the old channel that Queen Creek followed. And so now it's gonna fill up that hole, and I think it's gonna run out on the left side of our screen. It's gonna run out that way because that appears to be lower than the other end. So it'll come out there, right there, and go on down. And I don't know if they're trying to protect the canal over there from being washed away or what. But anyway, there's some pretty heavy flow of water when there's flood season. So anyway, back to my story. So there was that, and us kids used to go up there, and there was a marble, what would you call it, a top. As you went in the door, overhead there was marble, and it had aqua purum. And that stands in Latin, that's pure water. And so later on in my teen years, the radio station was running this thing where every day they'd give away $100, and they gave you a hint of where to go find the $100. What they did is they went out and they hid the $100. And so when I was a teenager, many years ago after that, then they had aqua purum. Horace said it long ago, aqua purum or something like that. And me and my buddies, we were trying to find that $100 thing, and I said, I know where that is. It's in town on Capitol Hill it's the water tower. So let's go. So we were in a Model A, and we hopped in. By the way, now we're following the canal. As it goes down through here, the channel. And so I'm just following it with my drone. Anyway, so we jumped in, and we got about a quarter of the way there, and believe it or not, the rear axle on the Model A broke, and so when you break a rear axle, nothing works. And so we didn't find $100. Somebody else did, who played around with that stuff. Anyway, that was a promotional thing on the radio, and there was other things too. They had this great, big, huge wading pool, and most of the time it was dry, but in the summertime they filled it with water, and the kids could wade there. And I used to make boats and then put motors in them and run them across the pool when nobody was around. And that was a lot of time. It was cold. It's cold in Seattle. But here's where the channel comes down, and then now if you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see where it washes straight down, and it goes underneath that highway, where the cars are going by up down there. And then way beyond that, there's a spot. There's a space where it's green and there's no houses. A little bit to the left of that pond, and further on. That's the Queen Creek area that I hung around in with my drones a couple of years ago. Now it's too far to go. Every once in a while I still go back just for the fun. And there's more to talk about on Volunteer Park, but I think we're about to run out of time for now. So anyway, it'll be interesting if I can ride my e-bike during monsoon season and it's not too muddy on that path on the canal road. I'm going to see if I can catch some water flow going down through there. So I'm going to head back, and I just want to thank you folks that watch my channel and follow it. And it's a blessing to me. And so here I am, there I am standing down there. And I want to thank you for watching my videos. And God bless.